idyllic paradise, isolated and beautiful. The Pacific Islands are among some of the most remote places in the world. These islands are the first to be affected by the rising sea levels resulted from climate change. Their remoteness creates challenges that call for unique solutions.
If we look at the global discussion and global forecast when it comes to climate change impact, the most countries which are going to be affected by climate change are the Pacific Islands.
Securing a stable, affordable, and efficient supply of clean energy is a fundamental building block of any nation's sustainable development strategy.
The UAE-Pacific Partnership Fund was created to help promote sustainable development among these island nations. These local communities, now less reliant on diesel-generated electricity, are economically empowered. These renewable energy projects have not only contributed to their development, but have also had a positive impact on the environment.
The world is really fighting global warming. And so this is important to the Pacific Island countries. We are very happy to be partners with the UAE and the government in making this one of our visions.
The Solomon Islands project is one that was led by the United Arab Emirates through Masdar. We felt that the generosity and leadership shown by the UAE in our region in the Pacific should be matched by ourselves as a long-standing partner of Pacific countries.
This innovative initiative, bringing together Abu Dhabi Fund for Development funding and Masdar expertise, will enable those countries to access cost-effective and reliable renewable energy sources that have been previously unavailable and will have significant impact on communities across those islands.
The UAE-Pacific Partnership Fund has delivered 11 clean energy projects in the region since March 2013. Combined, the projects provide 6.5 megawatts of renewable energy capacity, saving 3.2 million liters of diesel per year and displacing 8,447 tons of CO2 emissions. With strong government-to-government support and the backing of the International Renewable Energy Agency, Masdar was tasked with the implementation of the UAE-Pacific Partnership Fund project. Focused on technical innovation and tailor-made solutions, Masdar has considered the intricate needs of each of these communities during the design and development of the projects.
Masdar, with its decade of experience in deploying clean energy, has become an internationally trusted partner, able to deliver an innovative model for promoting access to clean energy. In doing so, Masdar is fostering sustainable development at home and around the world.
We're bringing the technology which is tailored to their environments, which means that with the time after we leave, we're ensuring that those technologies are going to stay there for very long.
In the Solomon Islands, 1,000 kilowatts of photovoltaic panels have been installed. 600 kilowatts was funded by the UAE and 400 kilowatts by New Zealand.
It's going to make quite a big difference in a place like the Solomon Islands, where something like 85 to 90% of the people have no electricity whatsoever.
All these projects look for the involvement of the local community in terms of employment. You give a know-how transfer and you bring these new technologies to developing countries.
In Vanuatu, solar panels have been installed at 3 separate locations. In one, PV panels double up as car park shading. Another example of the ingenuity behind the UAE-Pacific Partnership Fund initiative.
We have planned that by 2030, all the people in Vanuatu should have access to rural electricity that will be done by solar.
In Majuro, on the Marshall Islands, a clean energy facility has been built around an existing water reservoir. 600 kilowatts of solar panels generate electricity while also maximizing rainwater runoff, increasing the yield of the reservoir by 6%. The project also displaces 652 tons of CO2 every year.
The solar water collection project is kind of unique in the islands. It's the only renewable energy project that serves two purposes. It collects water and also provides renewable energy to the grid.
The Republic of Nauru is a small island with just 9,500 citizens. This 500-kilowatt PV plant will save them 274,697 liters of diesel every year.
This is a huge and exciting day for Nauru because we've always believed that renewable energy is the way to go.
Just the installation of this scheme alone, I had workers working with a contractor so that they got experience. That experience will carry them through into more installations and also into the maintenance and care of this facility.
This 600-kilowatt PV plant meets 10% of the peak power demand on the island of Pohnpei and is the largest solar power project in the Federated States of Micronesia.
This is a new technology for us, Micronesians. Now we've created some jobs for the young people. We've realized more than 20 jobs recently.
Besides energy access, ensuring reliable supplies of safe drinking water is an ongoing challenge in the Pacific Islands. The project in Palau has three components: a 100-kilowatt solar plant, a low-load diesel generator, and a water treatment plant.
To have fresh, clean drinking water available at the tap, to have reliable power and to not be reliant on getting diesel here has a real impact. It's as simple as the lights stay on.
In Koror, 100 solar home systems have been supplied to the community as part of a renewable energy program managed by the National Development Bank of Palau. The subsidy scheme allows local residents to acquire solar technology more affordably.
For a general household, it could mean a savings of about around $20 to $30 a month. It's a big impact. We're building the local capacity, become technically savvy in what these equipments can do and how they can maintain them.
Job creation, socio-economic development, and no less important, a reduction in reliance on diesel-generated energy are direct results of the successful UAE-backed Pacific Partnership Fund program.
UAE has been very, very generous in providing us this project.
This infrastructure that's being built is going to attract investors to build a small-scale resort that will bring employment, and our people can come back and live in Angar.
We are very grateful and thankful for the UAE-Pacific Partnership Fund to come out and help us. This is probably the biggest project that the country has gotten.
The UAE-Pacific Partnership Fund has been a huge significant commitment to sustainable economic development in the Pacific region, and we're delighted to be a part of the UAE's commitment to the region.
We believe that the world's global challenges that we all have to deal with and that we all have to counter will only be properly tackled in an optimal way if we collaborate and if we cooperate with others.
The bonds forged between the UAE and these islands have paved the way for a more sustainable future for all. The UAE-Pacific Partnership Fund.